Oh my God. Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the second half of West Side Story.
Well, that went pretty good, so what else?
Last we saw, the way we ended it was right after the Officer Krupke song, one of the few songs that I have never heard before. I knew I'd know some of them, but I feel like I've known every single one. I like the Officer Krupke one more than I should because it reminded me of Newsies. I've said it in the first half. Newsies, one of my favorite musicals. I feel like this is the 50s, and Newsies I feel like was the Depression, the 20s, 30s, something like that. They look and act like the Newsies act, and that's what I appreciate. Riff, I don't know. I don't know about Riff. He kind of pulls me the wrong way. I like everybody else. Except Riff and Tony. I feel like the two guys I'm supposed to like the best, I don't like. Riff basically is one of those guys that just makes excuses for everything. They are probably young kids, hence the falling madly in love at first sight kind of thing. It's just that some of them seem older than others, and it throws me off. Also, there is that one kid who they end up calling out like, no, that's not a dude, that's a girl. And I'm like, what?
Don't be rude.
I'm curious to see if that is in the original, just because that feels like it's an issue that is being dealt with today and wouldn't have been brought up back then. I found that very interesting because I totally was like not even going there. We have two young people falling madly in love, and there is a rumble happening at midnight. Let's just jump in and we'll talk at the end. You guys want to be way ahead? Full unedited episodes of this and other shows I do, seasons ahead on all the television shows, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. If not, second part of West Side Story.
One more punch and he probably would have died.
Oh, so he didn't die. I thought he killed a guy.
Brick killed a guy.
Oh, he's just about to fall off the edge of the world's tallest building. Stop falling the second I saw you.
Quiero estar contigo para siempre.
Are they getting...
You, Maria, rich or poor?
I'm poor.
I'm poor, right? Death won't part us.
That is crazy with the stained glass window effect.
I swear to you, Maria, there won't be any fight.
Talking intentionally because I have to for copyright over songs.
Colt? Revolver? Yes, so.
He's taking guns? I don't like this at all.
We need to bring heat so they know that we ain't defenseless.
Take it, why don't you?
Might as well.
You remind me of your dad.
I thought they were really firing it. I'm like, are they insane? Not to mention...
Gee willikers, Batman.
Call it off.
Call what off? Let's get some beer and some weed and let's go to the zoo.
See, that's still what you do nowadays. Some things never change.
Give me the gun, Tony. I need it now.
Boy, got a rocket in your pocket.
Never heard this one.
Coolie cool boy.
Coolie cool boy. It had that sound. I love the sets. You could tell...
Careful yourself, Superman.
Is he doing all that dancing? Oh.
Go! Crazy! Go!
That reminds me of Chicago.
Pop. Six. Squish. Cicero.
Lipschitz. That was a cool shot. In a matter of one song, his whole gang turned on him.
That's all we know.
He literally just said, don't fight. And they're like, you're friggin' dead to us. We got weapons. I want to see what they have. See? Right now it's fair. I don't want it to be unfair. If the cops had any brains, I think you'd know who to follow. Anita. I love you. Starting to feel the Romeo and Juliet vibes. Look at Anita. Wait. Now I'm worried about Bernardo. Anita's acting way too happy. Amazing. Oh. Chino. Oh, tell me he gets hurt. I did not expect to see him here. He's great at acting. I dig Riff's acting.
Anything you need to say, you can say.
We talked enough. Let's try something else.
A boxer his level probably could take all those guys on without weapons.
If I offended you, I apologize.
I mean, he's being sincere.
This is not about skin. It's about...
It's about territory.
What do you do to get yourself locked up, Primo?
Beat the snot out of someone exactly like you.
Don't matter what I did.
How about I get myself a brown girl?
Whoa! So he just smacks you around when you're trying to talk? A professional would destroy Tony unless Tony had severe fighting skills. I don't believe that Tony would have got the jump on him. Fight me?
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Got knives. The hand skills and speed of a boxer. Oh my god, Riff's done. Riff's done. This was my third pick. Oh man. Oh great, now is Tony gonna go ape shit and kill her brother? Oh my. This is like the total opposite of anything I thought was gonna happen. Oh my god, I have literally chills. I didn't see two people dying at the same time. Two of them together would have been like not on my list. And no one knows. No one even knows. No one even knows right now. I know. I can't believe that just happened.
Fancy rich lady apartment.
I almost choked. I was gonna say, I know this. It's from Anger Management with Adam Sandler. It's alarming how charming I feel.
And so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
She isn't in love. She's merely insane.
That's where I was going. Chino's gonna come in and be like, he's dead!
Everyone you love around you's dying.
Oh, they were doing it. Amazing. I can't believe that's how it was done. That's so interesting. Oh man, now they're all gonna find out what shit went down. Chino's gonna give her the worst news of her life. He's thinking you asked about Tony before your own brother. I feel horrible for Anita.
No, you murdered me. You're a killer. The killer. How do I forgive you for that? ¿Dónde está Tony? ¿Dónde estaba Tony?
I didn't even think of this aspect. She loves Tony, and Tony's like a kid to her. That's the saddest. Because she put all her faith in him, and she's thinking, oh my god, he did it again. Cheers. You don't deserve this. She better have a frickin' song. I feel like I know. Oh, that's why I know this. Somewhere. This is just odd to me. And this dude, guys, her brother was just murdered by this guy. I was the associate of someone who murdered somebody. I wouldn't even be thinking of banging. I'm gonna go turn myself in. I came for a quickie. Sorry I killed your brother. Not to mention the disrespect. Oh my god, tell me she sees. She sees. I would be like, are you freaking nuts? Anita should throw her out the window.
I'm jumping out a window.
Anita, I give you so much credit, Anita. Yes. Yeah, what? Whoa. No, not about that.
Whoa, slow down, Maurice.
Oh, I don't care who it's true for. Now, Maria, this is so weird. I mean, I'm loving the movie, but this is such a weird situation. It's a great song.
What did he die for?
Murió luchando por su dignidad. and for pride.
Chino was the good guy, and now he's got a gun.
Don't you do what Bernardo did.
Sooner or later, the gringos kill everything.
The best one of you. You turn because you can't stop fighting, and it's not their fault, it's everyone's fault. Except the ladies.
Word is Chino's got a gun.
They found that out quick.
I hope her cousin arrives safe from Santurce. And I'm sorry I can't be there to meet him like I promised.
Sending out Anita to do a stupid errand to cover for a guy that just murdered.
I'm literally gonna get violent.
No, there is no need to get violent.
We left him lying there.
Go pop yourself, you blister.
Not for nothing. The only one that stayed to help Tony.
Chino?
He's got a gun.
And he's hunting for Tony.
In and out of shadows.
That's how.
You're the best. Acknowledge it.
You done good, buddy boy.
Yeah, acknowledge it. Aces. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought something bad was going to happen.
Where is Valentina?
Yo, Bernardo's girl. We saw you at the gym. You wanna dance?
Let her go. No one wants you here.
They're throwing out the other girls.
Go back where you came from.
You think I want to stay here? In a city full of ugly little animals like you? Yo no soy americana. Yo soy puertorriqueña. Tell that murderer. Maria ain't coming.
He killed her.
He shot her.
This movie is amazing at getting me the setup a second before.
I know all of your names.
Huh.
Watch you grow up. You dishonor yourselves. You dishonor. You're dead.
This definitely got a little darker than I imagined at the end. After what they just tried to do, I don't blame her. She's going to have to tell Maria's dead. And then Tony's going to go looking for Chino. Anita wasn't thinking about Chino. He's going to go kill Chino now. All their lies are domino affecting into more deaths and lies.
She's dead.
I don't know how I felt about his reaction as an actor, but
I got places to go. Don't never look. Just please.
if they die, I'm going to be really upset because they have done nothing.
We need to calm them down before they do something that can't be undone.
They've done nothing but put themselves on the line for Tony. Is Chino just going to fire at him? Oh my God, he's going to shoot Maria.
How do you fire it?
Is she going to shoot herself?
It's police. I can kill now because I hate now.
I could kill now because I hate now. That's a good line. I like that.
How many can I kill, Chino?
I hope she doesn't kill herself. Even though I disagree with a lot of the choices, I don't want her to die.
No, don't touch him!
Vente con nosotros.
That's nice. I like that. They all kind of help. Run, motherfucker. That's what she would imagine that. Just totally like off character. So the cops are getting Chino. That's a good way to end it, on the stairwell. I'm assuming there's not an after credit scene. All right, guys. So that is West Side Story. I don't know whether or not this one is the same as the original. I've never seen the original. I am assuming the songs are the same. I don't know if they added any or subtracted any. I'm assuming the original was probably as long as this. Most musicals from back in the day I've experienced, from what I've seen, are long. 2-3 hours on average, I would say. But I don't know if this one is the same. There are a lot of things that they changed the endings or they changed things about it. I'm very curious to see. I will watch the original to compare the two, being as I've never seen either. And this is going to be an Academy Award nominated movie. The Academy Awards are March 27th, which is in like 2 weeks. I'm going to try to watch other Academy Award winning films that I've not seen, or Academy Award nominated films, I should say, of this year that I've not seen. The one is Dope Sick. One I want to watch is Dope Sick. It's Michael Keaton. He just won the SAG award for it, doing it because his nephew died of a drug overdose, his sister's kid. But this was great. I'm not kidding you. I thought it was phenomenal. I understand it's a musical, and I understand they do wacky things because of the songs and the dance, and the way they convey the story is done a lot different than you would in a regular movie. But as far as, like, if you look beyond all that, as far as the choices these people made, I'm just like, whoa. First off, like, all right, I understand they're young, the love at first sight thing. Even if you extend disbelief and that whole thing happens, when I started this part, Anita is overly cocky that her boyfriend or husband, I don't think, are they married? I don't know for sure if they're married or not, but whatever. Anita is very confident Bernardo will come out of this okay. And I don't blame her because he's a professional boxer. And in real life, if you're realistic, guys, I'm sorry. Tony would have gotten his ass handed to him. I have fought amateur professional boxers, like lower tier level guys. And I consider myself a good fighter. These guys could destroy your average bar fighter. Like, take a bar fighter, a guy that just like brawls from time to time, not for a living. I am one of those guys. I feel like I've done it myself. I feel like I would, I know I would. I don't feel like I've fought guys like this and you get decimated. Now, granted, I fought friends of mine. It wasn't life or death situation, stuff like that. Friends of mine that are amateur fighters, they are on another level of even street fighter guys. That's what I'm trying to say. It isn't like, oh, well, these aren't regular guys. They're street fighters. I'm talking street fighters. A professional level guy will destroy a street fighter unless you're just like an undiscovered guy. And I don't think Tony is that level. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll give it up after this. But I just wanted to say that unless Tony is this undiscovered boxing champion, Bernardo would have destroyed him. So the fact that Tony was getting beat up like 5-6 punches before he even started fighting, and then he was able to kind of get the jump, not even kind of, he was beating the shit out of Bernardo after that. First off, after 5 or 6 shots from Bernardo without defending, you would have probably been already done. Then you fight him and you win. I find that hard to believe. But then the rest unfolds. We get Riff stabbed, then Tony stabs Bernardo. Then you have him come to Maria's house and say, I just wanted to say goodbye before I turn myself in. I feel so guilty. And you stay to have sex with her. You literally stayed and bang her and she's okay with it. And you literally are banging this guy that you met 2 days ago, fell madly in love, love at first sight, but he just murdered your brother. Just murdered your brother. How are you even in the mood? Let alone you bang him in the house where Anita, I mean, even if you're going to do that, your sister-in-law or whatever, your brother's girl lives there with you. And you're just like, oh, and then she walks in on it and you're trying to explain to her why it's okay. The whole thing was mental on another level. Then she goes, Anita, go tell Valentina that her cousin is like, I want to say hi. Something totally insane. The cop is there investigating. She's like, go tell your cousin that I welcome her visit or something crazy. And then the cop's just like, all right, Anita, you need to go tell the cousin that? Like, whoa. Like, I understand it's a musical, but extending disbelief for a musical is one thing. This is insane that these people would just follow it. The only sane one in this whole story consistently is Valentina. The old lady is completely on the level and reasonable about everything. Then all these kids that she's raised from childhood try to rape Anita when Anita comes in to try to tell Valentina a message from Maria. It was all good stuff. Like, literally, Maria talked Anita into relaying this message, and then Anita goes to do it, and they all try to rape her. They try to gang rape Anita. And then the old lady comes up and sees it, and it's like, you all disgust me. It doesn't tell Tony. And then Anita lies. It's, oh my God, everything. I'm not kidding you. I was just rewatching Sons of Anarchy, and it is so closely related in the way that lies, like the littlest lie, can domino effect into all these insane situations and murders and deaths. That's what happens in Sons of Anarchy. That is literally Sons of Anarchy. They tell one little lie, and then that little lie just builds and builds and builds, and then one guy dies, and 10 guys die, and like now you just killed an entire charter or gang because of silliness. But like, oh my God. But I love the movie. The movie's great. The songs are great. The movie's great. And the fact it's a musical, I have to extend disbelief. I just feel like I've seen a lot of musicals, recent musicals, not older musicals, but I've seen enough musicals, and I love musicals. I love the whole aspect of it all. Like, let's take Newsies. Perfect example. I've mentioned Newsies 100 times. Reminds me of Newsies in a lot of ways with the gangs and everything. But in Newsies, There's nothing in that movie where I'm like, no one would ever do that. They might sing and dance and act goofy and in the middle of fights like they did the knife fights and stuff like that. That's all fine because I understand you got to do that. But in my mind, no one made insane, unreasonable choices. And I understand the whole love at first sight thing, but like, even if you take that into effect, I think these people made crazy choices, a lot of them. Anita was on the level most of the time. Even though she was cocky about Bernardo, I feel like she should have been. I feel like she was totally on the level until she agreed to go tell Tony what Maria wanted and relay and not like be like, Maria, you're freaking nuts. Don't run away with this guy. You've known him for 2 days. He just murdered your brother. He's clearly insane. Even if you could say that Tony was totally right about everything else, the fact that he can go off the handle and lose his cool because of his hot temper and murder somebody. I lose my temper all the time. I've never murdered somebody. That's crazy to me. But still love the movie. I'm really curious to see the original. I'm curious to see what similarities there are and what differences there are. And I honestly feel like the original will make more sense. I almost feel like this didn't... I can't help but think that the original had to have more sane decision making in my mind. I don't know. I feel like people would have ragged on it back in the day and been like, whoa, like unless it's just that it's a musical and people expect that. I don't know. I'm going to find out. I'm going to jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. This in full on Patreon, 3 hours with the intro and exit. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.